Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. I'm excited to have you, each and every one of you join us. This is the GI community. I'm Christy Emmanuel, a blockchain educator and a mastermind member of Genius Investors. Like I said, I'm so thrilled to have you here for what promises to be an eye-opening discussion about the future of aviation and how it's being transformed by blockchain technology. Just think about it for a moment. What Uber did to the taxi industry, that's exactly what is happening. Now imagine that in the aviation industry. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, a groundbreaking opportunity that allows you participate in an industry that did in 2023 alone over $800 billion in turnover. And it is estimated to hit $1 trillion in 2024. And that's not all. By 2032, it's set to hit $16 trillion. Guys, are you listening to these numbers? So what we are set to do tonight is to show you what's really happening in the aviation industry and why it is the future, of opportunities out there and how you can participate. So get ready. It's about to go down. We're sharing with you the future of aviation and the project that is going to be demystifying all this for us and giving us an insight into how we can position ourselves and take advantage. Now, without any further ado, let me bring on our lead for today's conversation. He is the CEO, Vashita Digital Assets Advisory. He's an investment coach. He's a business mentor. He's been in this space for at least 15 years. So he's definitely seen the highs and the lows, and he has a knack for identifying businesses and opportunities that make sense. And above all, he's our lead here at Genius Investors. Gentlemen and ladies, I present to you Coach Lawrence Enebeli, also known as Lorenzo the Great. Coach Lawrence, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, Christy. And thank you for that kind introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about money. Money. How much dollars have you made today? If I show you how to make more by legal and credible means, will you be interested? Okay, today we're going into the aviation sector. But before we do that, we want to talk about money. And even though we have looked at this collectively and we are convinced, myself and the team that put this together at Genius Investors, it doesn't recommend investment advice for you, but rather it recommends an urge, a push for you to confirm this information as quickly as possible, and take a position. Yeah. So I have taken a position. We are Genius Investors. We have taken a position and we feel obliged to share with you what we've got. And if you need materials to confirm your own due diligence, don't fail to reach out to us. But money is on the table, so let's go get it. So which sector did we find? Aviation, just like Christy said. What does aviation do? It helps us move around. Aviation helps you move around. And it's probably the fastest as we speak in terms of distance covered. In terms of distance covered, it's probably the fastest as we speak. Okay? I know from one continent to another continent, you can do it in 4 hours, 6 hours, right? Via aviation. And remember, when we were in biology class, we were told some characteristics of living things. Do you remember? One of them is ability to move around. And so, how about getting back your ability to move and so get money, get paid for it? Being flexible with your schedule, your global schedule, and in doing that, alongside others, you get paid for doing so. So, your freedom now gives you money. Freedom to move around now gives you money. And what if I tell you there's a way to travel for free now and you still get paid? Yeah, it must sound strange, but that's what we want to show you today. But first of all, where are the numbers? These are facts. The world population is about 8 billion, according to World Health Organization. 2 billion out of 8 are traveling by air. 2 billion out of 8. Then the average traveler spends, about $200 to $400 to and fro. Okay? So that gives you an average of 4 billion. 4 billion is spent in tickets, airline ticket, my friends, airline tickets. And then other businesses that are related to airline business, like hotel, restaurants, shoes, and what have you, that require you to travel by air to participate, put together already worth over $10 trillion. Think about $10 trillion. It's a lot of money, isn't it? That's what has been going on. So how do you catch your own? We want to start catching it via the aviation sector with a company called VOO. So tickets alone, out of all this money, have made 800 billion. In booking flights, so 800 billion in booking flights alone as of 2023. This is already old data. And like Christy said, about 1 trillion is expected to be done by the end of this year, December. So how come all these are missing? I mean, we're moving around and we're not collecting. VOO says no. We can rearrange the aviation industry in a way that you and I can collect some of this money. So that's what is at stake. Some of us have dreams. Okay, maybe you want to own your own house. You want to send your children to a very good school. You want to be able to sponsor your own private charity. You want to raise a family. You and I know raising a family now costs money, isn't it? And you want time freedom. Maybe your boss is oppressing you and not paying you enough, or you can't find a career that you can fit in. All that can be achieved now with one opportunity called VOO, with aviation, turning over 1 trillion. VOO on one side and aviation turning out 1 trillion, can empower you the same way Uber took us out of suffering to go and book taxi, when it's raining or when it's very hot. You know how it is those days. I come from Africa where we do things like this. When you want to book taxi, a drop, you raise one finger because the unpainted taxis, when they see this, they know that you want charter. You want to charter the vehicle. We call it, where I come from in Africa, we call it a drop. You don't want to share the ride with anybody. Okay, if Uber now came and took a ton of that industry, and today you can book your ride, either Uber or Bolt, with your app, right? So that thing Uber has already done to taxi, cleaning it up. VOO is about to do the same for the aviation sector. Since 2018, the journey has started. So can your dream of financial freedom become reality, leveraging other people's travel and leveraging the fact that you must also travel, because traveling is a human need, mobility? The answer is yes, yes. You can make yourself richer as you travel. The answer is yes. Can you make yourself richer as other people travel? The answer is yes again. How? Through an app called VOO. It is doing exactly what Uber has already done to taxi industry. It's called the travel revolution. It's called what? The travel revolution. How is it a revolution? It's an all-in-one travel in one app. This is the prototype of the app. Business to business aviation, private jet, charter of private jet. If you can't charter a private jet, you want a seat in a private jet, this app will do it for you. You don't want to private jet, you want commercial aviation, local flight or international flight, but you just want the commercial one, the one you just book and pay. This app will do it for you. But guess what? It will be in one app. All you need to indicate is the airport of travel, airport where you're departing from. It will give you all the options for private jet charter, a seat inside a private jet that you don't have to charter all. Then business charter, like you are going for a party, you and your friends just want a chartered flight, or you want a seat in a commercial flight. All those details will be given to you in one click on an app. Okay? And then when you book through this app, you get rewarded. Not the normal loyalty point you get right now. You'll be getting that one. That one is not disrupted. Let's say you book British Airways, or you book local flight Air Peace, or you book Emirates flight. They all have their loyalty point, right? Yeah. So on top of that, you get a VOO loyalty point. Okay? And the VOO loyalty point pays you in digital asset called cryptocurrency that is already selling in the market right now. And so you get income as a result of that. The income is now transferable, it's global, okay? It's interchangeable. Then you join a community of smart people called VOO.one, promoting this revolution I'm telling you about, so that we can change, what is happening in the aviation sector. We can help to bring the revolution and personalize it because everybody can participate. Okay, stay with me. I will show you how that works. So what is VOO? VOO is the name of an app. The soft launch is by the last week of this October 2024. Soft launch means pre-launch, the first phase, test running it, okay? Before the public phase. That's what soft launch means. And you can volunteer to be one of those who will test run it starting last week, October 2024. But this VOO is owned by another company called Evinoc at evinoc.com. So if you want to check it, please write Evinoc, A-V-I-N-O-C. I repeat, avinoc.com. They have an elaborate website. If you're on LinkedIn, you can check VOO Travel on LinkedIn. Okay, so this company was founded in 2018. They are based in Austria, in Europe, and Switzerland. Okay, and those countries obey laws. So they are regulated by MICA, M-I-C-A, Markets in Crypto Assets. Is the official regulator for the VOO business, the part of it that concerns blockchain and cryptocurrency. And is hosted on a blockchain called Zeniq, Z-E-N-I-Q, Z-E-N-I-Q. And so what concerns you is that we're introducing VOO Travel. So you want to write that down. What are we introducing? VOO Travel. An all-in-one solution like I described that pays you for traveling and pays you and your family members for traveling, for your friends for traveling. I'll be explaining how that works. From one app, what Uber has already done to aviation, what Uber has already done to taxi. This is the first company to do it in aviation. And it's not a startup. They've been there since 2018. They're already the first to connect business to business aviation, brokers to airline operators. In private jet booking, you can't just book as an individual. You have to pass through a broker. Airline operator and brokers are already enjoying VOO. Their own is called VOO Flights. So you want to write that down, VOO Flights. And VOO Flights have won award upon awards. Last year, this year, the most innovative company in the aviation sector, back to back, the whole of Europe and the whole of UAE. Okay, so what are you coming into to enjoy now? This is the time when they will now want to launch the business to customer. That means you and I can now participate. What other people have been enjoying as brokers and airline operators. So instead of going to different websites to compare prices, you now have what it looks like the Uber of aviation, where everything you need in airline booking and payment in one spot. You no longer need to go to one website. Maybe if you have traveled like me, I have opportunity of traveling often. You go to Emirates to compare, then you go to British Airways to compare, you go somewhere else to compare. Even some websites do the comparison for you. But those comparisons are still third-party comparisons. They don't own the industry. So VOO is licensed by regulatory authorities to do this. So VOO gives you opportunity to earn cryptocurrency while you travel. That's point one. VOO makes it possible for flights to be fully booked, particularly jets, private jets and all of that. Most of them are empty. And so they waste so much carbon in the air. You can see, if you look in the sky, you see a lot of planes flying. Supposing you are told that a good number of those planes are practically empty, and VOO's solution will help those planes to be filled so that they are effective. So the effective pollution is reduced from the atmosphere. That's from environmental perspective. Then it creates a community called VOO.one, which I will recommend to you to take a look at very strongly. This VOO.one community is like a country, an aviation country, virtual country, okay, where everybody's promoting the VOO app, everybody's traveling via the VOO app, and everybody's getting paid via the VOO app, and the payment is instant. Once a ticket is bought, a percentage of that ticket is shared. I will show you how it is shared, and you can be part of that. So there are two parts of there are two parts. Sorry, someone was distracting me. There are two parts of the app. The first part is already running, business and jet booking, the B2B marketplace. It's called VOO Flights. That one has already been breaking awards. I told you about awards, right? If you want to see evidence of the award, leave a comment in the comment box. Someone will send you a link, either now or later. But these awards have been on. The latest one is 2024 in business aviation. So from this month, last week in this month, October 2024, a new section of it that concerns you and I as individuals, private persons, the business to aviation, business to customer app is being added to the existing app. That is the new deal, my friend. And there's a lot of money to be shared. Remember, we are disrupting an industry that is projected to do 1 trillion this year. It has already done over 800 billion as of December 2023. So have you ever wanted, desired like me to travel for free and still earn money? What looks impossible before is now possible. Remember, before Uber came, nobody knew that Uber could succeed the way it did without owning any taxi, without owning any taxi driver, was the biggest taxi brand in the world. Remember, when Airbnb came, nobody gave it a chance. It's one of the biggest hotel brands, if not the biggest hotel brand in terms of profitability in the world. Airbnb. Meanwhile, it doesn't own any hotel. It doesn't pay hotel staff and all of that. So that same thing is now happening. This is the turn of aviation. And the first company to do that is called VOO, VOO, owned by Avinoc, AVINOC.com. Now they are sharing the money. When I mean sharing the money, there's a distribution pattern that will benefit you for traveling using the app, will benefit to your family members for traveling using the app, benefit your friends for traveling using the app, on top of the benefits you're already getting. Not minus at all. Plus, whatever you're getting right now in the aviation industry will stay. But if you book through VOO, they add benefit on top of that. So that is the deal, my friend. And what's this benefit? Stay with me, I will show you. First, you are personally rewarded for traveling. That's benefit number one. If you're writing, write 1% on the comment box. Can we type 1% on the comment box so that you remember? Anytime you travel using the VOO app, 1% of the ticket value is paid you, the traveler. 1% of your ticket value is paid you, the traveler, in cryptocurrency. So let's say you travel, break it down. Let's say you travel by Emirates Airline or Air Peace, or any airline for that matter, British Airways, for example. Remember, these airlines used to give you loyalty points. Do you remember? If you're a member of their loyalty program, you will still get that loyalty point from the airlines. But if you had booked this flight, I'm telling you, through the VOO app, on top of that, in addition, you get 1% of your booking cost. The cost of your ticket is sent to you in cryptocurrency called Avinoc. And Avinoc has been selling in the market for long. If you go to Coin Market, okay, where cryptocurrencies are listed, you see Avinoc there, okay? And now the blockchain powering all of this is called Zeniq, Z-E-N-I-Q. So that's point one. Point two is when you tell your friends, family members that, look, oh, I traveled, I got my loyalty point from my airline, do I normally get, but on top, I got cryptocurrency. So when I travel now, I mint cryptocurrency. I know cryptocurrencies, they have that's the future of money anyway. They have a tendency to rise every now and then, okay? So what do you think the family members will do? They will too say they want to join the VOO opportunity. So there's a referral link on every app. It's deliberate for business expansion. So there's a QR code and there's a referral link. So when you send the referral link to your family members for them to download the app and all of that, when those family members travel, you get a little change from their travel cost, from the ticket value. This change is coming from VOO because you've done marketing for them, creative marketing. So I've mentioned two now. So if you go to the second point, type 2 on the comment box. The first one, you, the traveler, the active, you did something active. That's the first one. The second one, you didn't travel. Somebody gave the referral link. Somebody told the story, traveled, because he downloaded the app with your referral link. You get some benefits. I will show you the numbers in the slide next. So, but if you got it, type 2 on the comment box. That's the second way to end. So you can end the first one and also end the second one. Then there's a third one called promoter bonus. Promoter are VOO.1 members, or anybody who has the VOO travel app, okay, the referral link, and sends it to people to create awareness. The VOO company compensates you for doing that while you're doing marketing for them. In airline business, in case you don't know, if you have a certain number of customers, something they call bulk tickets. The aircraft owners will sell, the commercial aircraft owners in this example, will sell tickets to you at a discount because you have a lot of passengers who are active. So this is the reason they reward us when we promote, in this example I'm giving you, when you tell your family members or your friends that this is what is happening to you, that something new is in town. So it's called promoter bonus, okay? Then another way to benefit is if you know somebody who owns an aircraft, not brokers, not middlemen, because middlemen don't like this kind of revolution because it's coming to wipe them out. The same way, you know, those brokers at the airport, many airport taxis, they don't like Uber, they don't like Bolt. Have you noticed? Aha. So, but if you can get to the airline owner, there's also a deal for that airline owner. So airline owners can now come into the VOO.1 membership, that's the global customership of VOO, that are traveling using the VOO app at no cost to them, but they get passengers. Because what they are looking for is passenger if you're in that business. So airlines also benefit by cutting off middlemen. So if you know somebody who owns an airline, this is a clue for you, right? And then in addition, you have real value. You know, before now, if you travel, I travel a lot, like I've said, and we get loyalty points. Those loyalty points are just there until you use that airline again. You can't even use it to buy something in another country. Everything you can use that loyalty points related to that airline. For example, if you have British Airways loyalty points, you can hardly use it to fly Emirates. You can hardly use it to fly Air Peace or use it to fly any other airline for that matter. True. But now when the loyalty is given to, when the loyalty point is given to you in cryptocurrency, you can convert it to Bitcoin. You can convert it to USDT dollar. You can convert it to Ethereum. You can convert it to Zenic. You can convert it to Leake. You can convert it to any other cryptocurrency you so desire. And remember, this payment is instant. Where I come from, they call it instanta. That is immediate. You buy the ticket. Once the travel takes place, the ticket is used, you get the 1%. Everybody else gets their share instantly. So this is what we call the revolution, my friends. Total change. When you say total change, all in one solution. Convenience, income, real value, reward asset. Aviation is making 1 trillion already and is a necessity of life. Then you're converting it to mint cryptocurrency in the process in a win-win manner. Win for the world, win for the environment, win for the airline owners, win for you and I, win for our families. Okay? So there are milestones coming. Already the first milestone I've told you. The last week of this October 2024, the soft launch is live. The public launch will follow thereafter. And you can volunteer to be part of that pioneer soft launch. 2 is that the aviation is also expanding. Remember, I started by telling you that there are businesses that are connected, okay, to aviation. There are businesses that are connected to aviation, like restaurant business. When you drop from flight to a foreign country, you don't know the restaurant. Somebody, you know, VOO can suggest to you, let's say you're an African in an Asian country, oh, there's an African restaurant, so and so place. That's easy advert for you. Okay, you don't know where to lodge according to your ticket. I mean, according to your budget. The VOO can suggest to you while you're on flight, all these things are taking place. So there are ancillary businesses that can be done alongside VOO. And that can potentially create a 10 trillion industry. Okay, 10 trillion from 1. We started with 1 trillion VOO aviation. Now we're entering what? 10 trillion. Already last year, ticketing alone has done over $800 billion. This is a fact. I mean, global. Okay, so the aviation, you know, there's also cargo, there's medical services, right? There's a whole lot of things. And then once you enter here, you ride on with VOO. I'll show you how to enter shortly. So let's look at the ones that I've done successfully, like in the last 10 years and so on. One is Uber. I've mentioned Uber. Do you know that Uber is worth 147 billion? I mean, the value of the company. And only 149 million people are using Uber. So it's not even up to 1 billion. Not up to 1 billion people are using Uber. Not even up to let's say 200 million people are using Uber. And Uber is worth 147 billion already. What about Booking.com? Only from statistics, so about 100 million mobile phones, you know, are using it. Mobile phone users are using Booking.com. But guess what? It's worth 135 billion. So imagine what will happen to aviation. Remember, 2 billion people are traveling. 2 billion people are traveling. So even if we take 1 billion alone, and traveling is not something, it's not optional. Most people have cars. So not everybody needs to use Uber, for example. But how many people have airline? Even me, I don't have my own car. I have my own car, but I don't have my own plane. I'm sure most of you watching this presentation is the same thing for you. So the need for aircraft travel is even more, far more than that for taxi. So it's not even a comparison, a fair comparison. We're only doing this because all of us know about the success of Uber, so that you can open your head to see what is coming. Then what of Amazon? Remember, Amazon started with Bookshop, and then it became the biggest distribution company now in the world. Okay, so Amazon realized that with this distribution network, it can distribute and sell almost everything on the earth. So that is the approach VOO is taking. Enter through ticketing first. From ticketing, when you get all the passengers under VOO.one place, then we send all the passengers on an errand to get other passengers, and then we serve all their needs. They will not need to leave the VOO.one community for any other thing. Does that make sense? If you got it, please type 3 on the comment box. If you got how VOO plans to expand, because it's number one, no, there's no number one yet in aviation that will organize aviation the way I'm telling you. They've already been there winning awards, and they are not new. They've already won awards in business-to-business aviation, B2B, charter flight area. No competition there. They are the first. And now we're talking about business to customer, you and I. And we're talking about this October. So the vision is to target to become the Amazon of aviation in the way I've already explained, whereby even though we're starting as aviation, then ancillary businesses like hoteling, the way I've explained, hotel, restaurant, entertainment, clubhouses, all those kind of that. If you travel to a foreign country, you need guidance, isn't it? It's like you're becoming your tour guide. And those companies, all these other ancillary businesses, we come and advertise through VOO, because VOO now becomes like the go-to place to get all passengers because of the advantages I'm telling you about. Okay. So these are the unlimited opportunities I've been telling you. Ship cruise, one of the highest form of entertainment, boat cruise, visiting hotels, entertainment centers, because as a tourist or a traveler, all these things will make sense. What of air taxi? We talked about air taxi and so on and so forth. So all these ancillary businesses that will go beyond the 1 trillion. So how big is this market? Let's do some numbers. And what will be the value of VOO if you participate? Let's see the numbers. First, we're talking about aviation industry, travel. Plane is involved, but our formula for VOO, you don't need to own a plane. You don't need to pay pilot. You don't need to pay aviation staff. You only need to pay tax. You need a software, like all software companies. Google is a software company, I hope you know. What do they call them now? YouTube is a software company. WhatsApp is a software company. Even Facebook is a software company, mainly. Okay? So that's Airbnb is a software company. Uber is a software company. Bolt is a software company. Most of them don't need more than 50 programmers, even less than that. Like VOO doesn't need more than 25 programmers. Okay? So the licenses have been done. The softwares are in place. The awards have been won. So you just plug and play. So let's look at the industry. We already have done over 800 billion in 2023. We're targeting 1 trillion in 2024. These are global statistics, which you can independently check by yourself. I mean, total tickets sold, turnover means total tickets bought and therefore sold. So VOO being number one to do this, okay? Having won awards, having been licensed in Europe, and European Union is not a place you joke with. This business has been in Austria and Switzerland since 2018. 2018. So it is now that is going global. And so if Uber did what they did, and Uber is charging 25% of any ticket you buy. 25% goes to the app owner. The 75% that goes to the taxi owner and the driver. I hope you are aware of this already. So let's say aviation, we charge only 10% because we're number one. We charge only 10% instead of 25% that Uber is already charging. So 10% of 1 trillion, which is the global turnover of all airlines tickets for 2024. That's the estimated value. 10% of that will give 100 billion. So in life, there must be competition at some point. So let's say we remove competition and difficult countries and all kinds of difficulty in business, and say 50% of that is gone. So 50% of 100 billion is still a good 50 billion. Then you now have to pay tax, okay? So I've asked tax consultants, they say company tax is usually no more than 30%. It can even be less. So let's say 30% of 50 billion is paid as tax. That will leave us with 35 billion left, because 30% of 50, I'm told, is 15. So 35 billion left. Now, how is this 35 billion shared? Remember, this is VOO's potential, income. VU's potential revenue, I think his revenue is called, okay, for doing all that I've described for you. So how is this money shared, ladies and gentlemen? This is why I called you out here. This can take 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years to get to this level. Can even take 10 years. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it will grow gradually. The same way nobody gave Uber a chance. But that is now a proven business. That's how this one will grow. And the growth is dependent on how fast you and I adopt it. This is why we called you out. How fast you and I adopt it. How fast we understand this explanation and take advantage of it. Today, beginning today, not even tomorrow. Okay, why? A lot of people are tired of paid employment, you know that already. A lot of people are tired of inflation, you know that already. A lot of people, okay, I'm sure this child wants to participate. The mom, make sure you give a referral link to that child. So, if you now realize all these challenges I've just mentioned, people want to have more children, but they're afraid of school fees, they're afraid of a private teacher and all of that. So, if you make enough money, my friends, will you still be afraid of these bills? The answer is no. So let's come and share 35 billion. That's what this is all about. Starting now. So this 35 billion will be shared among 4% of it is taken out as marketing benefit to benefit the person who traveled. That person will have 1%. To benefit another set of persons I will describe for you, they are called VU Gold members. They have 1%. 2% out of the 4 that we are sharing will be shared among people who are telling their family members, friends, and all of that, okay, about this benefit. So imagine that you take this seriously. 4% out of this 35% is for grab. The balance will now go to the company. Part of it, the company used to buy their token back in the market. Part of it, they used to organize the company. Part of it, they used to pay, other things that make the business tick. So it's a very solid business, has potentials more than Uber, has potentials more than Bolt, has potential equal to Amazon, if not more than Amazon. Okay? So if this 35 billion enter a company that doesn't need plane, doesn't need to pay salary, it doesn't have more than 25 programmers. So let's even say they are total 40. Would the company be rich or poor? What would be the valuation? So you see what I mean? So how can you be part of this? That's why we called you out now. So listen to me now. Let's show you the participation criteria. One, there are a few areas. First, let me summarize the value. One, first, there's a company called VU AG company. In Austria, it's called VU AG. But in English, we call it VU AG. So that company, you can buy into the shareholding. That's the holding company. All right? How do you buy into that? There's what is called participation certificate. It's like holding a shares, but no voting rights. Yes, in that part of business, it's called participation certificate. So you can own that one, whereby when the company declares some of these profits, a good chunk of it comes to you. Then the second one is that you'll be a VU.1 member. VU.1 member, the person who shared this video with you or who invited you to this meeting will send you a link, request for a link, and will take you through a registration process. It's important that you take that person's link because the person will be your customer service officer in case you have any challenges, and make sure you understand all I'm telling you and invite you to this meeting subsequently. So this VU.1 membership will cost you 100 euro. 100 euro is about $115. Okay? But the benefits far outweigh that money you're paying because that money is giving you one share of this one, the first company, one share of the VU AG company, one. So because this VU AG company owns this VU.1 as a cooperative, so you're having one share of the cooperative in effect. Then you become a VU promoter if you choose. VU promoter is somebody that has benefited from the VU or that has understood what I'm trying to explain to you and tells his friends, look, there's money to be shared here. We missed Uber, we missed Bolt, we missed Airbnb, we probably missed Amazon. Something is happening here in an industry of 1 trillion, and it encompasses everybody. So if you do that and people take your advice and make a move, there's income there, additional income for you. Then the VU.1 member, you can buy into the token ownership, the tokenized shares Tokenize shares of the company means the part of the company that you can only get via tokens. So you can buy it. The token minter is called a hub, HUB. You can buy one full hub. I'll show you the prices shortly. You can buy the share of a hub. So it will be minting for you. It's like buying a chicken that can mint egg. The egg is the token, while the chicken is what you're buying. So you become a token shareholder. So that when this 35 billion every year finally be entering, remember it might start with 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion till you get to the 35, like everything natural. So when that money comes in and they share it, the company valuation will reflect in the token value because it's real world assets. Okay. And people must travel. December is getting close. For example, you can see the number of tickets that people are booking now. Either to return from holiday, take their family on vacation, and so on and so forth, right? This is not something you can stop. It's something that is natural to life. So why not earn money? That's the question from that industry, since we have this opportunity. That's the question you need to answer today. And so you can also become a VOO user. Remember, by using the VOO app, you get 1% of your ticket on top of all the other benefits you're getting right now. This is the deal, my friends. The MD of this company is an economist. And I'm opportune to be his friend. We've looked at this thing severally, and I couldn't help but give him a thumbs up. He has won all the awards, so go online and check VOO Awards. Awards won by VOO, VOO. Awards won by VOO and Evinor. Go and Google it now. A good thing sells itself, both in both in Europe, I meant to say, and in the United Arab Emirates, the entire Gulf region. Okay, so this is my job here, is to show you where the money is located, where the opportunity is located. So if you do your VOO.one membership, what are the benefits? Remember, get ready for 100 euro expenditure for that. It's like saying you're buying your passport. You're paying for your passport into a country, aviation country, virtual country called VOO.one. What are the benefits? The benefit is that when you finally go to our VOO shop, VOO.one shop, okay, you buy this minter. What is a minter? Something that mints the VOO token. Okay? Token is digital shares that you can save with your smartphone. You can sell it anytime you wish. But I won't advise you to sell it early because money will be coming in, and that money will reflect in the value of the token. The money coming in, you don't need to do anything. The world must travel. According to worry people in Nigeria, they say Ogoro must jump. The world must travel. And when they travel, you must make money. Okay? So the money must reflect the value of the token because the token is fixed in supply. But I'll get to that. Let me not show you everything here. So you can buy a 20% discount by being a VOO.one member. First, VOO.one member gives you a share of the cooperative called VOO.one. Cooperative is like a fan club, just like you do Arsenal Club, Man U Club, you know, and all of that. Okay, supposing they register the club as a cooperative and they tell you to buy one share of it, as far as you'll be promoting the particular club, good. But anytime the club makes money, a certain small percentage of it is shared to the shareholders. Would that make it interesting for you or not? So that's what the VOO.one represents. But in addition, you get your money back by when you buy any of these hub minting machines, I mean the minters that will mint the VOO token, you buy it at 20% discount. Yes, you buy it at 20% discount. So that's already money back. I will show you the prices shortly, and I'll get ready to screenshot it when we get there. So how many masternode minters are there created by the VOO program? Only 75,000. No more, no less. How many has been sold? Over 8,000 have been sold, have been bought. And one of those who bought, some of my friends who invited you have bought. This is probably your time to buy. But I tell you one thing, this 75,000 is not going to last because a good thing sells very fast. There's a restaurant I go to eat. For those of us who understand ogbono soup, those who have been to my house know that particular ogbono soup. If you eat it, there's nothing like you're not hungry. If you taste it, there's nothing like you're not hungry. So it doesn't get to last. Both the person that cooks it and those that come to my house when I have it, it doesn't last. So these minters are not going to last. So if you have heard this voice, do your due diligence quickly. Contact the person who invited you before the minters are gone. Why? 50,000 tokens will be minted in the lifetime of one minter. And one minter is selling for 2,000 euro. One full minter is selling for 2,000 euro. It will mint 50,000 tokens for its lifespan. So if VOO just does only $1, that's $50,000 for something you bought for 2,000 euro. I mean, the token of VOO, if it's listed, when it's finally listed, let's say list it for only $1, just $1 per token. multiply by the lifespan of the minter. That will mean 50,000 VU tokens for his lifespan. That's already $50,000 waiting for you. What of when the price start rising for something that will be sharing that amount I told you as a company? The value of the assets will be rising and how it will reflect on the token price in the market. And then 99% minting power. You know, you can come into a business when the minter is already weak. But this one, you're coming when only 1% has been minted. You have 99% minting power. So you can mint close to, 99% of this 50,000, you can be sure of it when you buy now while the minters are still on. And then there's 50% time half. If you wait sometime next year, the minting capacity of the hub that you're buying will reduce by 50%. Those who know how cryptocurrencies work will explain this to you. There's what is called halving. Bitcoin does it every 4 years. This one is every year. Please look at this very well. This is a technical information. If you want to act now before this halving, because when this halving takes place sometime next year, this minting capacity will reduce by half. So it will not be 45 or 44. Okay? So you want to come in, because once you come in, it will continue to mint at 99 for you. But if you come in after the halving, it will mint at 45 or be 44. Eh? Please, if you understood this halving explanation, type 4 in the comment box. The need for you to act now, I just explained it. So that you don't come back next year and say, you listen to Lawrence and now look at what is going on. You need to act fast. But even if at that time you come, 44 is still not a bad deal per day. I mean, they're talking about minting capacity. So you need to act fast, basically. And then here, you have the cost of the minters. And if you can't buy 2,000 euro worth of minter for one, you can buy a share. A share means some part of it. Okay, and then this is the list. Please screenshot this page. You will need it to take your decision now. And remember, as VU.1 member, you can see that you're buying at 20% discount. If you don't activate your VU.1 membership, you buy without the 20% discount. This is also an important information. So if you are finished screenshotting, can we type S on the comment box? If one person has finished screenshotting, please type X on the comment box. Okay, so I'm looking at the comment box. If I see the first S, I move. Okay, Crypto Baby, well done. Okay, so we move. No time to waste. So this is the tokenomics. I want to take time out to talk about the VU Gold program. VU Gold program are for people who can buy up to 18 hops and above. Please listen very well. I told you for every ticket you buy through VU, 4% of that ticket value is shared instantly. Not in mountain or end of the week, no, instantly. And 1% of that money is put is used to buy Evinoc and VU token from the market. So anytime you travel, you give a reason for the token of the company who is already in the market to be bought and brought back by the company. So when that is bought, 4% of the money is used to buy the token of the company for every ticket bought. 1% goes to you who traveled as loyalty points. Another 1% is kept in a pool called VU Gold program. Only 500 slots are in that program. To qualify for one slot, you need 18 hops. You need to buy 18 hops. One hop has 2,000 euro. 18 will be at, if my mathematics is correct, 36,000 euro. So if you know any VIP, you know anybody who understands business, tell him to be part of VU Gold program. If you need more explanation, please contact us. This VU Gold program only 500 slots. So 1% of each and every ticket bought anywhere in the world by whichever person, 1% of that ticket is put in the VU Gold program pool to be shared by these 500 slots people who own the 500 slots. Yes, I will share the money and you see how interesting it is. So this 500 slots is very, very important because it has not been filled. I think it's less than, it's about 200 now slots that are gone. About 300 slots are still remaining of the VU Gold program. Remember, all you need to do is just buy 18 hops and you're qualified for life. So anytime Team Momentum, anybody anywhere in the world uses the VU app, you don't need to know the person to book a flight. 1% of that person's ticket is put in the VU Gold program and is shared by 500 slot members every month. That is 1%. The second 1% I've told you is your own as loyalty point. The remaining 2 out of the 4 that is being shared. The remaining 2 will be shared to people who are doing referral up to 5th generation. Let's say you refer your mother, and then your mother referred your father referred your uncle, and your uncle referred his son. All these people I've mentioned, if they follow the referral one step after the other, you only referred one person, though. It's the rest people that kept on referring other people. Up to 4, 5 generations down, we shared the extra 2% out of the 4. I repeat it. Anytime you buy a ticket from VU, 4% of your ticket is shared. One gets to the full VU Gold program. If you know anybody that can afford 18 hubs, recommend the VU Gold program for the person before it finishes. The second 1% is you that traveled, is a loyalty point to you. The remaining 2 is now shared on the first generation, second generation, third generation. Okay? The first generation person whose effort made you to even know about VU takes 1% out of the remaining 2. So 1 is now left for the Jara guys, for the remaining guys, up to 5 generations. So tell me why everybody will not be enthusiastic to share the app. Imagine that you meet me in a flight. Remember, I'm explaining what is happening here, all this percentage. I've shared all of them for you. Everything that is happening here, I've finished. The company is the one using your money to buy the token from the market. So the market will always have deficits. You will not have enough supply because the company is buying its tokens. And you cannot just go and manufacture the token. No, you have to buy the hub for the hub to mint. And the hub has annual halving and all of that. So there's restriction. And even right now, the Evinoch token, majority of it have been staked already. Some of you have staked your Evinoch for 10 years. Me, I staked for 15 years. So where will you find it? If the company is buying it, and those of us who have it have staked it and getting staking reward for 10, 15 years. So this is a well thought out economic policy to make sure that the VU the VU token and the Evinoch utility token that backs it up are solid in terms of price, in terms of demand and supply interplay. And they came to a blockchain called Zenic that processes information transactions at a rate of up to 30,000 transactions per second. Each and every time a transaction is done using Evinoch or VU, either they are buying from the market or they are sending to you as loyalty point, like you have explained, or referral point, Zenic coin is burnt. It's because there is gas fee to be paid. So Zenic coin has now a utility or potentially a market of 1 trillion and up to 10 trillion by extension. So everybody is happy. The blockchain is happy. The price of the blockchain is increasing. How do you cash your loyalty point? How do you cash your AWUF? How do you cash your bonus? You get a link from, when you're booking airline, you have to put your email and your phone number, blah, blah, blah. So they'll send you a link via email or phone or text. When you click on that link, it will ask you to download Nomo app. Who knows Nomo app? Type Nomo on the comment box. If you know Nomo app, type Nomo on the comment box. It will force you to download that app. It is that app that will now tell you to activate me. Then they will deposit your Evinoch and VU inside the app. So that way the app is selling. All passengers will now know about Nomo app. That way, Zenic in the background is benefiting because there's a serious use case for it. Each token is being burnt, the supply is reducing every day, and the utility for it is hitting the roof. Nomo, some of us here own Nomo hub. Please, if you own a hub that is minting Nomo for you, you've been asking, what's going on in Nomo? Please type Nomo, then Nomo hub or N hub in the comment box. I know why I'm telling you to do all of this so that you see how everything is connected with 1 trillion industry getting to 10 trillion industry. So congratulations to all VU Gold members in the house. If you're a VU Gold member, can you type VG on the comment box? VU Gold member on the comment box so that everybody will see that this is live and you watching me, you can participate in any one of the areas that suits your capacity. The person who shared the video with you will help you. And if you stumble the video by chance, leave us a comment in the comment box or send us an email at geniusinvestorsteam@gmail.com. Okay, so some persons asked me, don't finish this presentation without telling us the compensation plan. Okay, but we can't do all of that. We'll just tell you the benefits. So you have referral commission for telling your parents, your uncles, your brothers, your friends, even fellow passengers in the plane. Just imagine, for example, you join a plane and I join a plane and we're gisting. I tell you, how did you book this flight? You say you book by a website. I say, oh, nice. You don't know about VU? Oh, VU will give you what the website booking you did now will do for you, loyalty point. But on top, will give me crypto. You are not having crypto. And this crypto, you can exchange it for Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, or anyone. It's already listed and it's selling. And you can go to CoinMarketCap and ask for Evinoc. VU has not been listed, but Evinoc has been listed as a utility token since 2019 and 2018. So it's not even today's matter. Okay. So what do you think that passenger will do? He will say, how do I go about it? You give him your QR code immediately, showing the app, and the app comes to the QR code and the referral link. Immediately, you have recruited your co-passenger on the seat. So this one doesn't require presentation. So in 1 year, you can imagine how the world will go ballistic. People in Asia who went to school, people in Dubai who went to school, people in Canada who went to, everybody will be sharing link across the globe. And before you know it, VU is everywhere. That's referral commission. Wouldn't you rather be part of an organization that when other people travel, not only you traveling, you also make money? That's what VU is saying. It makes a whole lot of sense. And then people have been asking, how do I enter into crypto? I don't like crypto trading. I don't like this one, that. My Oga or my son or my daughter, my friend, just travel with VU. For every time you travel, you mint crypto. Don't spend it, because cryptos have a chance of rising every now and then. Okay? Then if you tell your son about it using your referral link in your QR code as you download the app, it's very easy. If your son also traveled, 1% of your son's travel ticket is sent to you in crypto. So you sit at home money, and you can send the crypto anyhow you like. You can use it to buy shawarma, you can use it to pay children's school fees, you can donate it to charity. Unlike the current loyalty points you have now, they are not interchangeable, or are they? Aha. Then if you would like to build a community around this, at some point you get what is called performance bonus. That's not the aim of today's class, but know that there's performance bonus, and you can earn up to infinity points if you build a big organization. Then you have the shareholder career bonus. If you take this, seriously, and you hit the numbers, the company will reward you with a career bonus. So buy your VU hops, mint your VU tokenized shares, then buy the VU AG participation certificates to own a share of the holding company of all of this. Makes a whole lot of sense. Some people like to do only big things. Then you recommend the participation certificates to them. Those who want to do like 1 billion, 500 million, the big people. This one is a bigger deal. All right. But if you have 36,000 euro, do the VU Gold program. Don't miss it. I know why I'm telling you don't miss it, because if you take 1%, please, somebody should tell me, what is 1% of 35 billion? And divide that value by 500. Before we finish, please, I need to see it in the comment box so that you know why I'm telling you to be part of that VU Gold program. 35 billion turnover. 1% of it is put in a pool. So tell me what is 1% of 35 billion. Then that 1% of 35 billion, please, divide it by 500 slots. Tell me how much one person will get. Okay, so I'm done. So if you are building a community, please pay attention. The first generation, when they buy any of the hubs, before the hubs finishes, you get 9%. Yes, and it's paid instantly. If your second generation buys anything from the VU shop, you get 5%. The structure is governed by 50-50 rule. Performance is rated on 50-50 rule. That means hybrid. Okay, must balance two legs. The infinity is up to 28. Up to 28 levels. It's huge and all of that. So this is for people who really want to do this, want to be like a VU ambassador. It's not for everybody. You can just be a user and get your 1%. Tell your family and secure your family. You get 1% and your family members travel because they use your referral link to know about VU, right? So the rest of this is for serious people. Today is not for you. So as I round up, this is it. What are the action steps? Please screenshot this page. Then we'll call it an evening. 1, install the Nomo app. The person who invited you will give you a link and guide you. The Nomo app is in Apple Store, is in Play Store. Number 2, activate your Nomo app. You need to have your security phrase. The person who invited you will tell you. That's like your security key. So install the VU.1 web-on inside the Nomo app. There's a web-on, Discovery web-on is called. If you open it, you'll see VU.1 web-on. You download it. Just add it. Just a click of a button. Then become a member of VU1. Get ready to invest or buy the cooperative ownership. One share of it is 100 euro. 100 euro is about $115. Okay, I'll recommend you buy the USDT, the cryptocurrency transfer that you do. The person who invited you will also guide you. It's a USDT running on Binance network that is preferred or recommended as it were. You can also use for Ethereum. the one running on Ethereum. Become a promoter of VU1. This is optional, but it makes sense, right? It makes sense. Do you know these people sell tickets? This is their deal, if they understand it. So you can make them understand it, and you now share the deal with them. Then activate flight control and the VU store. Flight control is a weapon in the same place you saw your VU.1 weapon. You see flight control, you see VU.1 store. The store is that is the only place you can buy the VU hub or the share that means the token. VU is not listed, so you can't get it in any exchange. The answer is no. The only way you can get VU is to buy the hub that is minting the token or a share of a hub. All right? And then you start your journey. Thank you for listening to us. Become a part of VU. That's our advice. Okay? Means buy a VU hub, mint your VU token sitting at home, while the programmers and the rest of the world are doing the rest. You are earning what? The money. While other people are traveling, including you, you're also earning money. All right? That's it, my friend. The rewards are solid. If you're interested in them, I'm interested. As you can see my eyes already, isn't it? So I will invite you to it. Then the token value increases. Remember, the whole world is contributing to the token value. If token has a fixed supply, while there's elastic demand and usage. So ZeniCoin benefits, Nomo app benefits, passenger benefits, person who refer the passenger benefits, you benefit, I benefit, the airlines benefit. It's a win-win for everybody. Thank you for giving us your time. My name is Lawrence Enebeli. I'm also called Lorenzo and Lorenzo the Great by friends and admirers. I did this presentation on behalf of the GI community, and we're happy with the VU program, and we're heavily involved in its usage and promotion. So we recommend it for you. Do your own due diligence. If you want materials, contact us. But most importantly, first contact the person who invited you to see this video, and you'll be glad you did. Thank you so much as I hand you over to our anchor, Christy. Thank you, everyone that participated. I can see no more hub all over the... Okay, VG, nice one. VU Gold. So I can see. You can see 700K per VU Gold slot per annum. $700,000 per VU Gold slot per annum. Mathematics doesn't lie. So we invite you to it. So VU Gold is where to go. And if you don't have the money, please sell the hubs to those who like the hub so that your referral benefit can give you enough money to get one VU Gold slot. Yes, a stitch in time saves 9. Don't let your children ask you, oh, okay, you were there when Lawrence was explaining the launch of VU, October 2024, and gave you all the numbers. What did you do? Those who are billionaires today, some of them were born with nothing. Opportunity made them what they are. They failed several times, but they made sure they learned from every failure, kept on keeping on until nature brought a sweet deal like this to them. Today is your turn. Don't miss it. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you, everyone. And we'll take a few statements and we'll call it a day. Christy, are you there?
Yes, thank you so much, Lorenzo, for that powerful presentation. I was, glued all through the presentation because this is just more than opportunity. It's a revolution. And through VU, we have seen the opportunity to position ourselves to leverage this revolution. There is the VU travel, there is the VU gold, there is the VU.1 membership. There is, in fact, the opportunities are enormous. And you can see how intertwined this is. And the opportunity is beckoning on each and every one of us to be part of this movement and leverage it. So get back to the person who shared this invitation with you. You get your referral link, you create your account, and you begin your journey into the travel revolution. So thank you for being here, gentlemen and ladies. It's time now to get your feedback.
Yes, maybe we'll stop the recording.
I'm going to stop recording this. Coach Lorenzo, are you there?
Yes. Yes,
okay,
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you.
Yes, I say we can stop the recording then before we take the questions.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording so we can have your